The question that often comes back is where can we get a Superman emblem? Or can you make a video about a Superman emblem or that kind of stuff? So we're going to take a look at that right now. Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. I will give the sad news right away. Sadly, there is no Superman emblem that is available in this universe online right now. The emblem that you see right now is the Batman vs Superman emblem that was released around the time the movie was released, and it was only available for roughly 1 month on the marketplace. And you can see the let's equip the armory. And the emblem that you see right now is the 80th anniversary emblem of Superman. And sadly, it is no longer available in the game. It was available for roughly 6 months, 8 months, when it was the 80th anniversary of Superman. So if you don't already have a Superman emblem and you do want to have a Superman emblem, there are a couple of alternatives. We'll take a look at that right now. So the first option is the House of L chest piece. I should probably give you the actual real name. So the actual name is the House of L warsuit. Sadly, it's a bit of a bulky piece of armor, which you can see right now. But it is the biggest Superman emblem you can get in the game. You can purchase the House of L warsuit from our friend Power Girl, and also as a side note, you can also purchase the Superman cape from Power Girl as well.
This armor packs a lot of power. Prove that you can handle it, and you'll earn a suit that shows everyone what you're fighting for.
So you can see the price for the potent Kryptonian chest guard is 18 source marks. And we may as well look at the cape, and the cape is 12 source marks. Also, with most vendors, usually the set of gear you see on top is the DPS set of gear. And if you want to be able to get the roll set of gear, you have to scroll all the way down. So here you can see the controller set of gear. Because my character is a controller, if you play as a tank, you will see the tank set of gear. And if you play as a healer, you will see the healer set of gear. So if you want to be able to create a fairly nice looking Superman character, your friend Power Girl is the person you want to go see. For a while, this was pretty much the only Superman emblem we had in the game. But as you saw, there were a few emblems that have been added into the game, which sadly were only there for a limited amount of time. But if somehow the House of L chest piece is not a good option, or you don't really like that option, the other option you have right now is to use the Fallen God chest piece. So at this time, if you want to have a nice Superman emblem, the Fallen God chest piece is pretty much your other option. But there is a bit of a problem with the Fallen God chest piece, is the way the colors are linked. Also, you can see you end up with a whole bunch of red lines. Sadly, if you want to have the red S on the chest piece, you end up with a whole bunch of red lines. And also, if you want to have a properly colored Superman emblem, sadly, the part of the emblem that would be yellow is linked with the bottom of the chest piece. So if you want to have a proper Superman emblem, sadly you end up with a whole bunch of yellow on your chest piece. So the less bad option is to just don't put any yellow in the emblem. So it doesn't create a proper Superman emblem, but it works well enough. So unless you already have one of the other options that are no longer in the game, this is pretty much your better option to be able to have a nice Superman emblem. So you have the House of L, which is a bit bigger and shinier, but for the Fallen God, the emblem looks more like a legit Superman emblem. And where can you get the Fallen God chest piece? Let's take a look. I will take the long way around for those who may not be that familiar with DC Universe Online just yet. So you have to use the Amazon Fury Teleportation Hub. And if you are a hero, it's in the Watchtower. If you're an evil villain, you have the very same portal in the Hall of Doom. And when you try to use the portal, you have to go to Typhon's Monster Invasion. If you cannot go into the portal, or if you can go into the portal and you do not see Typhon's Monster Invasion, it's because your combat rating is too low. I think you needed combat rating 170 to be able to access Typhon's Monster Invasion. But either way, if you try to use a portal and you just can't, or if you try to use the portal and you do not see Typhon's Monster Invasion, your combat rating is just too low. It's that simple. So once you access Typhon's Monster Invasion, you'll see an Olympian equipment supplier. You have the same thing with evil villains, but the map is a bit different if you're an evil villain character. Basically, your base is set up at the other end of the map. So let's start our old friend over here.
The gods of Olympus sent me to the mortal world with rewards for those who prove themselves worthy.
So here you can see the official name is Rao's Warrior Chest Guard. It costs 9 source marks and $2,000. But the actual style name is the Fallen God style. So because once you consume the style, if you look into your style tab, you're not going to see Rao's Warrior Chest Guard, you're going to see the Fallen God style. Since a picture is worth a million words, I may as well show you the actual name. So if you look in your styles tab, the name is the Fallen God. So sadly at this point in time, these are the only 2 Superman emblems that you can get in the game. I can already hear some of you say, liar liar pants on fire, there are other Superman emblem. Technically that is true, but there's the Kryptonian Commander, but as you can see, it looks nothing like Superman. So yeah, technically it has a Superman emblem, but if you try to recreate Superman using this chest piece, it doesn't really look like Superman. And if you wonder why I have 2 Kryptonian Commander style, basically there's the hero version with the Superman emblem, and there's the evil villain version with the Zod emblem. It's pretty much that simple. The same with the Kryptonian Medico. Yes, there is a Superman emblem, but looks nothing like Superman. Some other options would be the Sunstone Bulwark or the Sunstone Edge. I guess there is another option. It's the Superboy Hoody. Sadly, as you can see, it is a hoodie, and it's the colors of the hoodie are pretty dark for a Superman character. But yes, it does have a Superman emblem. Where can you get the Superboy Hoody? Sadly, you can only get it from the vault. So you run the vault as often as you can, and if you are lucky, you might get the Superboy Hoody from the vault. It's a random drop, and I would say it's fairly rare, so it might take you a while to be able to get it, if you're lucky. Another option would be the Superman Hoodie. The Superman Hoodie used to be in the marketplace. Sadly, at some point, they removed a whole bunch of stuff from the marketplace, so the hoodie doesn't seem to be available anymore. I'm not sure why they felt they had to remove some items from the marketplace. You would figure that once they add something to the marketplace, they could leave it there forever for people to purchase. But somehow, they felt they had to remove the Superman Hoodie from the marketplace. Not just the Superman Hoodie, I think the Black Adam t-shirt is gone, and a few other style items like that. Oh well. And sadly, for the Superman emblem for the 80th anniversary of Superman, the emblem was only available for roughly 6 months, 8 months during the 80th anniversary. So sadly at this point, it's no longer available for newer player. I'm not sure why they had this emblem only for a limited time. Probably some sort of trademark issues or something like that. Oh well. So if you missed out on this emblem, this is by far, I would say, the best Superman emblem we have in the game if you want to be able to recreate a Superman type character. Also in my Superman videos, some of you guys were asking why I wasn't using the New 52 Superman costume. By now, I'm sure some of you have realized that I kind of like classic characters. I like the classics. So I like classic characters. I like classic costumes. But yeah, you could recreate a pretty good-looking New 52 Superman if you wanted to. Technically, we have an official Superman set of gear, which is the Stalwart Defender set of gear. It is directly inspired by the New 52 Superman. So you can recreate a pretty darn good looking New 52 Superman if you want to, especially using the red metallic material and the blue metallic materials. With those two materials, the look is perfect. In the New 52, somehow they made the Superman costume some sort of armor, and the metallic material does make it look like armor. The look is pretty awesome. For the emblem, I went with the BVS emblem. That's the emblem we got when the Batman vs Superman movie was released. We got this emblem in the marketplace for roughly a month, and the closest to an answer we got why it was no longer in the marketplace after a month is that there was some sort of trademark issues. Originally, this was supposed to be a permanent addition to the marketplace. So sadly, there's a lot of people who waited and waited before purchasing the emblem. And sadly, by the time a lot of people tried to purchase the emblem, it was too late. The emblem was gone. There was also a whole bunch of posters based on the Batman vs Superman movie that sadly also were removed from the marketplace. It's sad, but oh well. So if you were not fortunate enough to get the BVS Superman emblem or the emblem for the 80th anniversary of Superman, sadly the House of El or the Fallen Gods. Actually, I'm a bit of a liar pants on fire. There's also the House of El 2019 that you can use to recreate your Superman character. Sadly, there are two things with the House of El 2019. The first thing you may notice, the Superman emblem is not shiny like the other one. And also, the Superman emblem is color locked, which if you want to recreate Superman doesn't matter. The emblem is color locked red and black. So unlike the House of El warsuit, you cannot change the color of the emblem. And the same is true with the House of El 2019 cape. So you can see is the emblem is color locked red and black. Unlike the House of El warsuit where you can actually change the color of the emblem. But the texture of the House of El 2019 the cape has a much better textures than the House of El warsuit. The House of El warsuit kind of looks like plastic a bit. So sadly, if you want to be able to change the color of the emblem, you have to use the plastic version of the cape. And if you want the, I would say, better looking version of the cape, sadly you end up with a color locked Superman emblem. And where can we get the House of El 2019 suit? Sadly, at this point in time, we can't. If you don't already have the House of El 2019 suit on one of your characters, there's nothing you can do to be able to get it. If you do have the suit on one of your characters, you could use replay badges to purchase it for your other characters. The House of El 2019 suit was included in the skip to combat rating 210 that we had some time ago. Sadly, the skip to combat rating 210 has been replaced with the skip to combat rating 255. So right now, there is no way to be able to purchase the House of El 2019 suit. I suspect that at some point in time, it will be added to the marketplace. So at some point, the House of El 2019 should be added to the marketplace. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see if it actually gets added. And just for the fun of it, using the Fallen God chest piece and the black neon chroma material, I was able to make a pretty darn cool looking Black Lantern Superman. So sadly, the Fallen God chest piece might be a bit limited, but it's still a pretty good looking Superman emblem. And you can use it to create a pretty darn good looking Superman character. Also, you can create a pretty darn good looking New 52 Superboy using the Fallen God style if you want to. If you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. I have roughly 2,000 videos about this universe online at this point, so if I don't answer your question, just search my videos. Odds are I already made a video that answered your question. And that is going to be pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.